Okay, so in today's video, I figured I have a trading flow chart, which is my system that I follow, but that is made for the 4 hour and the 30 minutes. That's the charts that I trade on. 4 hours is my direction chart, 30 minutes is my entry chart. I figured today I'm going to use my 30-minute chart as direction and 5-minute as entry. I have no clue how that's going to go, but in times where markets aren't moving so much on like a higher time frame, I mean, not most people would call that like sideways price action, but on a lower time frame there's always bigger moves because it's of course more zoomed in. I figured I'm gonna test my system that I made for the higher time frame, well, higher 4/30 on the 30/5. This is so just going to be an experiment. I have no clue. This could be really bad, but that's the beauty of backtesting. I'm just going to collect a period of data using my system and then doing that over and over and over again. At one point, you get so many trades that you get a reliable average of your system. And then you can say, okay, this works over the long period of time or not. So I would say let's begin by me turning off the heating because it's getting hot. All right, so first of all, let's mark the swing that we're trading within currently, which obviously is this. Then we'll mark the price is moving up. So I think this is the last level that we closed through. Yes, we did. And so next level would be there for us to go to. This has been closed through. However, we've got an LGCR. That means I want to look in this area for longs. And so we go to the 5 minutes. That's a nice spike down that sweeps, forms a swing. Moves up, but it has to close through here for me to even be interested in this. Oh, and let's see. Let's check. Also show the 30-minute close. Okay, yeah, perfect. So that's, yeah, every 6 candles. Okay, nice spike that sweeps, forms a swing. Continues. So technically, oh wait, it also closes there. So first, it closes here. Yo, the weather is crazy. I don't know if you can hear this. Okay, this is where it closes. So nothing. So we get a sweep. Swing has been formed. And we continue to the upside. Now let me think, because my system is, I would take this, but I have traded 30/5 a few years back live, and then I think I had a continuation candle that I wanted, so that's what I'm going to do now as well. So I'll trade my system fully, except the only rule that I change is for the entry. I want one extra LGC to the upside, which is one right now, which is something I'm not getting. Okay, so we closed through the EQ. So now I would, if I want to get an entry, I want to see it here. What I'm also going to do is mark this level. Because if we close through that on a 30-minute, we're going to short. So for now, I'm only interested if I see a trade at the low of this LGC. Okay, so we filled the level here on the 30. Again, I'll keep looking. Okay, rejection at the EQ, so that's some aggregation to the upside, or we're moving back up. Okay, so doing a lot of aggregation here. Oh, I'm so used to going to the 4 hour. Okay, so we haven't closed through this level yet. So we're still... The thesis is still that we're going higher. Let's see. It's so different from what I usually see. Well, this is usually my entry chart, so I look, now it's my direction chart, so it behaves very differently to a 4 hour chart. Well, it does the same, but different characteristics. So I'm just going to wait till I get a direction here. There we have a direction. 1 second, I went too quickly. This tells me we are going here. Now, my system tells me I have to now wait until we close through there, or we get a reversal. One second, actually. That's a spike down that sweeps the low of the candle, forms a swing, has an LGC through. Okay, I missed. I missed this, but this could be an entry. Yeah, that would have been filled. But I didn't take it, so we're not going to count it. But on the direction chart, that just says we're just spiking up in order to go lower. So I'm waiting for direction. So I don't want to close here or above there. That's going to tell me where the market's going to go. Until I see that, I will not do anything. Okay, we filled that level now. That's what I have to be wary of, those two levels. Touch it. Test it again. Close through. Nope. Sweep it again. Close through. Yes. So that now tells me we're going to go lower. And so our next target will be here. And I'll be looking for shorts in this level, but more so here. Nope, 30. Where's the last LGC? That's here actually. So, yeah. Yeah. So I'm just gonna wait. Nice reaction. Where the LGC level is, but no sweep for us. Nice, nice spike that sweeps. And wow, very strong reaction. I want continuation, which I'm not getting yet. There we go. I didn't really need the confirmation. I mean, the confirmation was this huge candle and a strong reaction at the old LGC level, or at least at the last LGC high. But let's see. Target is far away, so yeah, taking it there. Since we're in a trade now, we're just gonna go to the 30. Let's see what price will do. There we go. Target filled. And okay, that level has been filled as well. So let's just see what happens. That's a close through. That tells us that we're gonna go way lower to here. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. And then we want to look for trades ideally in there, but really in there. I'm going to say that. Let's see, because it's a little spike that sweeps, forms a swing. What is this low? 735, and this close 7359. So that is higher actually. But that's your LGC through. It's just not at the area I'd like to see it. But I'm gonna take it. It's just such big stop losses. No, I'm not going to take it. I'm going to wait, see what price does. Have a look. So we have this level and this level. Nice candle move up. Nice spike. Doesn't sweep anything. What does it do on the 30? This is already outdated. We should mark this as the high. Again, that doesn't sweep, so that's also lower. Does it sweep anything? No. Let's see. We put in LGCR. So ideally, I want to look for a trade in here. Oh, wait a second. There we go. Okay, so now we're trading within here. Level filled and closed through. Let's see. Oh, this is actually textbook. This trade. Oh no, never mind. No, never mind. Is it? It is. This trade exactly happened in the level that closed through. That objective level. So within here. Did this sweep? This? No. Okay, there was no entry. Is there an entry on the 3? Oh shit. All right, 30 minutes has closed. We've closed through here, which puts us up for the next level. This has been tested as well, which will be here. That's far away. So I'm going to look at the 4 hour and see if there's any, no, neither. Okay. So we should be aware of that and this level. This can go, this can go. Okay, that's a new candle. Nice spike at the EQ. I'm waiting for an entry that's higher. Let's look what the 30 is doing. It's just aggregation. There we go. That's the spike that I want to the upside. Now things might get interesting. Does this sweep? No. Let's look at the 30. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, of course, this is new. And so it's just very different from what I'm used to currently. There's still no new real direction yet. We're still between this high and this low. There we go. That's nice. Some action. That's a nice spike that sweeps, forms a swing, LGC down. And that's why I have the rule. I need then continuation. I don't get it here. There's my second spike that sweeps. I like that sweep more. Swing formed. I want at least one LGC close through there. That's one. Nope, not happening. Okay, seems like we want to go higher. That's a 30-minute close. Okay, so we reverse this. Now this becomes our playing field. And so we look where the EQ, filling this level would be ideal. So let's see what price will do. That's the sweep of the EQ, nice reaction. But it has to sweep this, otherwise there's no entry. So it now has swept and filled that level, formed a swing. Nice LGC down. I want continuation. There we have it. That's my short. And then 2 or 3. And let's look at the 30 minutes. There we go. Target hit. Okay, that's rewarding actually. That shows patience. You can have all this price action, but at the end of the day, nothing happened. We just sweep this low. So we got the liquidity, aggregated, shot up. That's your spike. Here the sweep happens. And then you get into action and you take your short. And now I still want to be conscious of this low and these levels because we haven't closed through them. But for now, I will mark this as well and will hunt for new entries in there. Spike, sweep, swing formed LGC. I want continuation. Let's look at the 30. Direction is telling us not much. This is now of interest. And this can go. Wow. Okay, took this low, respected this. Let's see. A lot of aggregation. There we go. And let's just see if I missed something. This. So this was nice. Spike. That sweeps. Forms a swing. Puts in an LGC. This is already an LGC that forms a swing. So technically I could have taken that. And where would that have been filled? Not yet. Okay. Have to mark this. That's our LGCR. There's nothing in between. So then it's just this and this level. We also should be wary of this. Wow, okay. So this level coincides with the EQ of the previous swing that we're now trading within. Because that could mean we're going to go above there. But for now, I just want to see it go up into this area. That's a sweep, swing formed, another sweep. But I would love to see it higher, actually test some new liquidity. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Crazy spike up. That sweeps, forms a swing. Nope. Okay, nothing that makes us take some action. And that's where we enter. Because that's the sweep, that's the swing formed, That's the LGC through. That's high though. That's a big stop. Let's go to the 30 actually. There, filled. Does it also fill the level? Almost. So let's just wait. Come on, touch it. There we go. Close through. Let's reverse a little. And see where we potentially could go to. Close through there. Which means we're gonna, let's take both of these. Is there more? There's always more. Little gap here. And here's a bigger gap. All right, so that's where I look for trades. And that's also where I look for trades. That's happy hunting. Because there's nothing any really to be swept. Actually learning quite a lot, especially on the 30 and the 5. You have to have way more patience because there's a lot more candles that are usually hidden. You know, usually 6 5-minute candles is one 30-minute candle, and there's like 8 30-minute candles inside one 4-hour candle. And it's a lot of price action when you zoom in and see every detail of all those moves. So it actually teaches a lot of patience, I notice. That's a nice spike up. Just sweeps that. Okay, on the 30 that sweeps the EQ. Let's have a look at the 30. Took the low once again, strong reaction to the upside. That's what I want to see. Big spike to the up. Sweep. Nope, want to go higher. Fill this level. Doesn't sweep anything, so that's a close through on the 30-minute. So in my system that says waiting game. And so we do. Okay. Wait 1 second. I'm gonna have a look here. So what has happened? We filled this level. We closed through here. Spike to here. Into this gap. So what I want to see is a close through here or a close through here. That's going to tell me we're going to go lower. This is going to tell me I'm going to look for longs again. Fill it once more. Fill it once more. And that's, wow. There we go. Close through. Yeah. Close through immediately fills this level as well. So let's have a look. Fill this level. Is that a sweep? Yes. Swing formed. No LGC through. That sweeps, forms a swing. Is that an LGC? No. That's your LGC, then I see continuation. Okay. Not really what I'd like to see, but we'll be taking it to this level. Well, to the low here, to the R2. Nope. Let's go back. Big spike up. Let's see what that is on the 30. I'll take that as a loss. Okay. Now this level is very relevant. Okay, let's have a look here. We came into spike, sweep, swing formed. That's a nice 4-hour entry. Yeah. Let's see where that would be on the 4-hour. Oh, that's perfect. That's right in there, in the level that closed through. So that's your spike, sweep, swing formed, big LGC down. That closes through here, which it's gonna go lower. And then we are currently trading the 30. So let's see. Okay, I'm kind of getting zoned out. So I'm just going to replay it on the 30 and see what price is going to do. There we go. Go to the level. Probably had a little entry somewhere here. At the low. And this is a nice little sweep, swing formed LGC continuation. So then you take this short. Oh, that's small. So that you take it to 1. That's filled there. All right. That's it for today. It was a fun little experiment. I kind of like this actually. Yeah, I'm going to keep this one a series.